All right.
Hello everyone, this is Anthony, and this video is about the ranking system that I would like to explain to you guys better because as unimportant as it seems, it's actually pretty important. And now that our guild is moving into a larger amount of people, I think that it's necessary to put such a system into place. Now, it's not going to be very enforced, but you are expected to fill the role, especially when we're playing Mega Walls. In fact, this ranking system was made for Mega Walls because that's what we play most of the time. So, yeah, up here on the screen are the different ranks that you can be, the different orders. Now, I'm gonna start with the difference between a rank and an order. Now, order is just, it sounds fancy, but that's just like a specific branching that you can take into what you want to do. So they're not really ranks. So it's like, you know, the army and the navy, they're different things, right? They're not ranks. So that's what it's like. And these are for the people, by the way, the people that aren't officers in a guild. They're called senshi, which is, you know, just means warrior in Japanese, but I don't want to call people warriors because it sounds so bland. And
Yeah, Senchi sounds pretty cool.
yeah, and yeah, for the people that again aren't an officer. And the ranks that you can be actually are, if you're in any of the orders, are Vanguard, which means that you are the main person in whatever you're doing. Actually, I did it in the wrong order. Let me actually explain the different orders and do that right now. So yeah, neither order is higher than the other, and people can belong to more than one depending on your performance and what the guild officers assign you to. So there's a samurai order, and the reason it's called samurai is because you mainly target the guards and the players that are on enemy teams while we're rushing them, instead of the wither, which is the job of the rushing order. Furthermore, the samurai order, they destroy the resources of the enemy team to prevent them from making a comeback further in the game.
So by that, do you mean like after, like their defenses, like if they have a wall, go blow that up with some TNT, or?
Well, what I mean by resources is mainly their armor. That's the main thing. Now, walls, that's for architects to take care of, but yeah, the resources definitely destroy furnaces, steal the iron, take all that stuff. And the third order is the defense order, and that's pretty self-explanatory. Oh, sorry, I skipped the rushing order. So the rusher order, yeah, and also self-explanatory. You target specifically the wither itself, and some people may be in charge of killing the guards when you're in that order. So yeah, it's to slay enemy with as efficiently as possible is what it says. But the defense order, they defend, and that's, oh, you know what's in the name. But besides just defend, they make defensive structures such as walls, you know, putting water in the tunnels to make it hard for enemies to rush, and you know, just making a defensive, just defending the whole thing, and you know, getting materials to make the defenses. So the architect, they don't have they don't have ranks the same as the previous three orders. They actually, instead of having Vanguard, Secondary, and Scout, they have Architect 1, Architect 2, and then an Executive Architect. So yeah, let me explain that. So the Architect 1, the rank of an Architect, builds typical defenses and helps the defensive team gather materials. And Architect 2 is their job is to put up advanced structures. So like, structures that are different from just a wall or just blocking up holes and stuff, like advanced stuff that, I don't know, that the executive architect thinks of actually. And, the executive architect is put under pressure to make up new things like sky bases, J-hop, stuff like that, and new designs, and that's what you are. Mainly the architect order, it's going to be a secondary, which means if you belong to more than one order, this is probably going to be one of the stuff that you're part of. And during a game, this does not, whatever you belong to doesn't automatically mean that you have to do that job, because people that are higher ranks than you, like your squad leaders and higher up people, can actually tell you to do something else other than what your role is. But other than that, if they don't, then your role is the same. You have to stick to it. It's what you gotta do. So now I'm gonna get into the ranks. A vanguard, again, it's the main person, the main man. If you're defending, you meet the resistance first. If you're rushing, you're at the very front lines of whatever your job is.
So say there's a like we have a wall like right outside of our castle. Is that what they'd be defending?
Yeah, or for example, if they're rushing the tunnels, yeah, it's you're the one to meet the resistance first and take care of them. And it's highly advised that if you're a vanguard person that you use a tank class or a really strong class with a strong offensive ability. Now that the meaning of a vanguard is clear, let me explain the secondary. What a secondary is, assists the vanguard people in killing, very powerful enemies, very powerful threats, and you also have to protect. So the main thing is to protect the higher ranks, but besides that, also what we're commanding you. So yeah, as a secondary, you're lower than a vanguard rank, but you're fighting the enemy and protecting your superiors. That's what it is. Now a scout, which is the third rank that's besides the architect, because architect has a different kind of ranking system. Scout is the same as secondary in rank. It's not higher or lower, but it has a different job. While defending and helping kill people, you also have to find out what's happening. And yeah, you kind of need to be a sneaky person, finding out what the enemies are doing and useful information, any useful information in whatever form. It's your job to find that out. So yeah, up here, as you guys can see again on the picture on the screen, it's they say all the ranks that you can be, and there are abbreviations of it. And again, Vanguard, Secondary, and Scout, they're all ranks that you can be part of a certain order. So you can be a Vanguard Samurai, a Secondary Samurai, a Scout Samurai, a Vanguard Rusher, a Secondary Rusher, a Scout Rusher, so on and so on. Unless you're an Architect, then you're either Architect 1, Architect 2, or an Executive Architect from rising in, priority of rank. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let me explain the ranks that are the lowest in the guild, even below the Senshi, which are, the people that actually have a rank in our guild. And starting from the lowest, we got Probationary, which is the lowest rank. And just reading straight from the page over here, it means you are exceptionally new to the guild and your use to the guild has yet to be determined. If you don't perform to the standards, or if you're annoying and become a burden or fail to get online regularly, you may be rejected from the guild after the probationary time is up, which it says 3 days. We might change that in the future depending on, for example, if you need to go on vacation or something, but as for now, it remains certain that it's 3 days when we determine whether or not to keep you in the guild. Now, when we keep you in the guild, but we're still deciding, and we need some time to determine what we should assign you as, you'll be known as a recruit, which means you are accepted to the guild and are no longer a probationary person. The council, which this the people that are the officers mainly, will determine your rank and the orders that you belong to in a short time. And as you continue to play, uh, your rank qualities and data may change according to your play style and how you play and what you do. Or playing Mega Walls. So now I've got that out of the way. Let's start with the council, which are the group of officers and the high commanding body. And I'm gonna start from the top. Now I'm known as the captain. It's a pretty overpowered rank, but it's not as overpowered as you may seem because it has advisors and it's not completely powerful. So I'm not gonna be like an overlord or anything. Don't worry about that, guys. But my job is to oversee operations, and I made it sound so official, I don't know, but yeah, oversee things and see that they're carried out to the best extent and make sure if something's not happening right, I definitely have to do a change to it. I also have the significance to command the entire guild, like not just a small group of people like squad leaders do, but
Oh, our wither was dead. I just died.
Yeah, but as a captain, I have the significance to command the entire guild as one and command them to do something as one body and change previous decisions made by lower ranks if needed. And for big decisions to happen, I gotta approve them, such as when really risky decisions that may result in losing the game but may also result in winning, that kind of thing. I have to decide and approve that. And I have to approve it for it to happen. In the captain's absence, a sub-commander, which is the rank that I'm going to be describing next, will be the only person that can act as a substitute. Now, if there's no one that's a sub-commander on, that means you guys are free to do what you want. So just to get that clear, but most of the time we'll be on. Now, the sub-commander of intelligence, which is glowing guy in our guild, just called sub-commander of intel. This rank serves to get all the valuable knowledge and information from everyone in the guild, and they're the main person talking in the call or whatever communication we're using, because if there's a ton of people talking in the call, it's going to be so hard. So he's going to take all the stuff, collect them, and he's going to be the one saying what's happening, and so that the person, he's also in charge of all the scout ranks. So if you're a scout, he's definitely in charge of you besides your squad leader. So he serves to effectively convey all useful information to the guild. So yeah, that's, to sum it up, that's what it is. Now the executive sub-commander, which is Maury right here with me right now, his job is actually to now neither sub-commander is higher than the other. They're the second most powerful rank in the guild, but you're the executive sub-commander, so that means that you actually take the information that the glowing guy gives to you, and you kind of order people or give suggestions to lower people as to what to do, because as the council, we're probably not going to be in the front lines as much in the later parts of the game when we have to make decisions, because we need to stay alive while we're doing that. So we're going to hang back, and mainly that's kind of what we got to do. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to completely just hide the whole game. We're going to go out and get some kills too, but when the game gets hard and the going gets hard, that's what we're going to have to do, retreat, but while other people are still in the front lines. So yeah, that's the job, to command people, make suggestions so that the guild can perform what they gotta do to win. Now a squad leader is in charge of people, of lower people, so they can have, I think, groups of 4 or groups of 3 if you're a squad leader, and you can be in charge of a group of 3 people, and that group of people never changes, but if they're absent, you can pick some people to substitute for them. And I don't know, you can also join a group if you want to. even though you're a squad leader. But if you become a really good one and a main one and really successful, you'll be promoted to a general, which, you know, it's a squad leader, but it's higher because, you know, you showed your success. So now you can be referred to as a general. And I think I've explained most of this stuff. If you guys have a lot of questions, there's 3 stages: preliminary rank, which is recruit and probationary, and then there's the senshi, which are not preliminary but not part of the council, which is the highest governing body of the guild. And I know this is really in-depth, guys. I never knew that I would type something like this, but I feel like it's really needed since our guild is expanding to such a large amount of players, and you guys can definitely add some stuff to it. And yeah, please leave a comment of what you think. Again, I'm gonna be putting the link to the page in the description below so you can see for yourself and make for yourself what you want to think about it. And again, this is Rio with Mori. This has been another video.
Yeah, didn't
And,
talk much.
Yeah, and to be honest, I never talked this long, so constant. My throat actually hurts. Alright guys, see ya.
All right, see you guys.